Oh, you know what? I don't hear anything.
Mm-mm.
One, two, 1, 2. 1, 2.
It's on.
Why don't? Oh, because my headphones aren't connected.
That is amazing.
Oh,
That is a very good job, Slim.
oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, we're rolling then. All right. Well, that's the secret of it all. Welcome. Can you turn that off? Welcome everybody to sharing our stories. It is our Christmas special. It is a Christmas celebration. And to celebrate, Tomas Hernandez has returned. He has returned from his journey. He's been walking barefoot across America in a hope to have many people who are addicted follow behind him in a long barefooted line. They've walked from Vegas to Denver, thousands of barefooted addicts coming together to arrive at the Tribe Recovery Homes location here in the Mile High, barefoot, desolate, but full of hope.
Full of hope. That was the important part. Full of hope.
Just go ahead and say I was in Vegas, so there's no barefoot happening there.
No.
You gotta have $300 shoes just to walk into a 7-Eleven.
Oh, no, that is not true, man. I've been to Vegas. There's plenty of people walking into 7-Eleven with no shoes on at all. They have lost their last dollar. All right.
And their last shoe.
They've given up everything. They've given it all up. Welcome everybody. We try to do this at the end of every year, which is get together, and just instead of bringing in a guest, it's just a moment for us to celebrate recovery, celebrate the love we all have for each other, and invite you into the circle that you are already a part of being part of this family of recovery, this family of people who have dealt with addiction. You're one of them and has found the light at the end of the tunnel. And so we're just here to just spread love, praise, eat some food in front of you, have Nani drip drooling food out of her mouth today. Have Tomas over there saying offensive things, and let's get straight to it. Let's start here, Mile High. For those of you that don't know, this podcast is not affiliated with the radio station I work with, but it is from the radio station's building. And so we are inside of a Christian radio station, a Christian ministry called Pillar Media. And they run two radio stations here in Denver, Flow 107.1 and Star 101.5. One is a Christian hip hop station and the other contemporary Christian music. So we're in here, and Tomas is somebody who, I know he believes in God, but he's also somebody who likes to just ride the third rail. And that means, ride the hot spot, the electricity, if you know it, ride the third rail, what I'm saying. So
I haven't heard that expression for a long time.
But you know what I'm saying, though.
I do.
Third rail.
It's the that's how the train moves, man. The third rail.
Where the electrolytes are at?
No, man. So anyway, Tomas in his way of coming here to show love brought us all gifts. He brought us cups. He brought everybody a cup. So, and they're all offensive. And so that's why I say that this program is not affiliated with my radio stations at this time, Pillar Media, in any way. So anything that happens here, and I am a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ, but anything that happens here while Tomas is here is not affiliated with Pillar Ministries and Pillar Media. So Tomas brought his beautiful cups, his first cup. What's your cup over there? Let's not say the word,
Okay.
but it's a big freaking cup of cheer.
And it is.
Yeah.
Bedazzled.
This is going to go to some of the girls at home.
Is this your first bedazzled cup in your life?
It is, because I know it's going to get.
It's because you're in Vegas. It's because you're in Vegas that you're now a man who's like, man, I'm bedazzling.
Amari is going to take this from me.
Move that microphone closer to you so you don't sound like you're in a toilet.
So my daughter, Amari, is going to take this from me as soon as I.
Yeah,
good.
As soon as I walk in there.
Amari, take his wallet with it too.
She's already got that.
Good.
Yeah,
take his credit card. Start. Amari, what do you want,
wallet.
Amari, for Christmas? Because whatever it is, don't bother to ask Santa Hernandez for it. Just get it.
Yeah, just like everybody that's a parent out there.
Just order it. All right. If you have a smart speaker in your house, just say, Alexa, I want a 75-inch TV. And when it says, would you like that delivered? You go, yes. All right. And charge that to Pops. So that was the first cup. What cup did he get you, Nani?
Oh, this is my cup.
Your cup says
Festive as frick.
festive as festive.
Festive.
Festive is festive.
Festive is festive.
Very appropriate.
Uh-huh.
Now, Malhai, we're going to get to my cup, which I had to edit. My cup is edited for you. And, the cup is still cool. It's just not appropriate for where we are, Tomas. None of these cups are. But my cup says Jesus Christ, but the middle, it's Jesus blanking Christ. It's a cup of joy and glory. All right. This is not a cup that's being offensive to Jesus, but it is an offensive word in there as you praise our Father
every day.
But as you see, I had to put a little piece of tape right there. You see, Tomas? Look, I took care of it.
That's amazing.
I edited it. So it says Jesus Christ. And I want to thank you for my cup. I am taking it home and I am going to use it and love it and just like Jesus all day, but not here at work.
Roger Rodriguez is going to break it in the parking lot.
What's that?
After he's been baptized, all the 107.5s and everything has happened. The halo is in the wings. And I'm proud of my brother, but Padre Rodriguez is born.
Yeah.
And that cup will be spiked right by his
No,
tires.
it won't. Dude, what kind of Christian do you think I am? I'm cool, dude. Christians are cool. All right. You got to get off it. Man, we cool. All right. I ain't going to spike the cup. I already told everybody I like the cup. I just had to cover that up because I think it had to be appropriate while I'm on the internet.
And just so you know, Pillar of Fire, I love you.
Pillar
guys.
Media.
Pillar Media. I love you guys for having me on the show.
Yes, we love you too. We love you too. So thank you for the gifts to start us off. And then he brought me this, which is a big old, the Grinch head.
Oh.
Which.
Yeah.
I should have waited till you had that on and then gave you your cup.
Dude, why does it smell so bad?
Like 3 years old in my garage.
Oh, whoa. Oh, that's the first time I put that on. It'd probably be the last too.
That was part of the joke.
Oh, wow. That was special.
Does he have a body?
No.
Oh.
No, I bought that like years ago.
Uh-huh.
I chased my dogs with it once and I never.
You chased your dogs with it?
It sat in the garage.
Did they freak out?
Yeah,
so I have a friend. Her name is Turbo. That's her nickname, Victoria, and she loves the Grinch.
Yes,
her whole house is super Grinched out.
All the years round?
No, not all year round, but she'll decorate her car and then she'll Uber and dressed up as the Grinch in green and everything, and just pick people up with Grinch stuff hanging from the inside of her car. Then she posts video online of all of her Grinch stuff in her house that she has for Christmas. And I'm like, girl, it's going to take you 2 months to put all that away.
Dang, that
like
much.
You got a lot. Like there's an overabundance of Christmas decorations when you need extra time to put it all away. If you can't put it away in like 30 minutes, you're doing too much. You
got too much.
You're doing too much.
For a lot, if it's your snow village takes at least 30 minutes to take down.
Look, my thing is that's like with gingerbread houses. All right, don't put a gingerbread house together and then let that little crusty thing sit on the table for the next 2 weeks. You put that thing together and you eat it. Eat that thing right away.
Yeah.
Chew on it. Be Hansel and Gretel. Picture there's a little witch in that thing and gobble down. Get that.
Hey, did you see on Tribe's Facebook page that the participants built a gingerbread city?
No.
Oh, it's so cool.
And I
so
bet it was
cool.
real intricate because when you get
It's
addicts
super
together,
intricate.
you get addicts together, they're like, oh, when I build a house, it's going to have a hot tub in my
Yes.
gingerbread city, got a hot tub and a basketball court.
It has
We got everything in
this
my
ice skating
ice skating ring.
cemetery.
Yeah, you could lick the ice skating rink. That's real sugar. That's a real sugar floor.
That's right.
Lick it.
So
And you can get
cool.
addicts to lick almost anything because of what we've done in life.
That's right.
That
We're
it's not a
afraid.
thing. No, you're like, oh, you
We're
want me
not
to
scared.
lick it? Yeah. And don't worry, Harold put that all together with his dirty hands and just was grinding all over it. But lick the top of the roof. It's made out of sugar. How's it taste? Tastes like Harold's fingers. Yeah. But addicts will do that. Addicts got no shame. It's like, you know what I did to get high back in the day? You think I won't lick this house?
Uh-huh.
It looked delicious.
That's right.
When I want something, I get it.
Yep.
So Tomas, back from Las Vegas. Yeah, can you get off the phone
I
and
can't even get it to work. I was trying to.
what were you trying to do?
I got everything shared because I've been a rookie this. I've been on the show in months.
Yeah, I forgot that you were a part of the show. Most
Yeah,
people,
where have
most
you
people
been?
are like, oh, that's the Tomas guy.
Yeah.
He runs Tribe Recovery Homes in Las Vegas.
I
You
still
know?
run it here remotely. I've been everywhere, guys.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, man. Tell us about the joy of what's happening this year. What is this year brought to Tribe Recovery Homes, celebrating recovery in Colorado, man?
Tribe has been, it's for the people that are struggling for the holidays. I know this is a hard time. It's been a hard year for everybody, but I do know one thing at the end of the year, you have to kind of establish a thing of gratitude, especially in recovery for what. Let's not think about the things that were bad necessarily, but were good. And through a lot of the hard work when we went national, man, a lot of stuff that I learned is the biggest thing was the fortitude and the culture of the people in Denver to Las Vegas through the employees that we have all over the United States trying to help the people in the Denver streets right now. The treatment center in Las Vegas really became a support system for Denver in a lot of ways, and it became the executive office. We're still waiting for a couple of licensures to actually do what we do in the state of Colorado. So those people with the phone center executives, financial people, really, you got Nevada residents caring for what's happening in the Metro Denver area. And it's crazy. And everybody's came together. We have accountants in different cities. What are accountants in Jersey?
Yeah.
For a while there, we had a couple. They were in Nashville to different places, going from not only Las Vegas to Los Angeles to Arizona, business in Florida, all over the place. I got some things going on with a buddy of mine in Texas. And it's man, they're not just people. What I've got through this year, it's people that don't have addiction problems that I didn't think could understand and really care, can help out in the recovery sector that I never thought could. Like shout out to my best friend Marcus out in Vegas. He doesn't have addiction problems. That guy's been in my corner, and he does stuff for homeless people. He has an organization called Golden Life. That, man, it's the most amazing thing that you ever see. It's like
It's awesome when you see people that can say, I've never dealt with drug or alcohol addiction, but I'm here to help.
Yeah,
because those are the people we need.
Yeah.
We need those. That's part of building a community that leans on each other.
Yeah, like when you go to his organization, it's right on 8th Street in Owens out there. It's right in North Las Vegas, down the street from our treatment center. And everybody that needs to get balanced on their meds, their vitals that are on the streets, they go there. They actually get their medicines that they need. They get their checkups. They get food.
That's so
They get
crucial.
housing. They get clothing. You know what I mean? And his whole team, through his family members, through his mom, through his brother, through everybody that's there, they're all family. They're helping out people with lived experience, all the way to the security guards, to everything. You know what I mean? They all do the same thing as Tribe. So when you see that, you go on a national level, it's kind of like leaving college, trying to go into the pros, and you realize you're not the only number one
So
#1 player, top 10 player in
how
in the
many
United States.
how many
There's a lot of
years-
pros out there doing a lot of good work.
how many years have you been working in recovery now?
You know, to be quite honest, I bullshitted a couple places and I only had 60 days. The one that gave me the shot was Christopher Conway. I had 60 days clean and I was running the front desk at his outpatient.
Do you know how important that is for
Yeah.
somebody to give you that opportunity? You ever look back and go, you know what? I was only 60 days in and somebody trusted me, a felon, to take over. Somebody who did a lot of terrible things, bro.
Yeah,
And
Chris would
really
call me.
needed some redemption.
Yeah, every morning Chris would call me. Like Tommy got, for people that don't know Christopher Conway, Irish guy from Yonkers. Tommy, what are we going to do today? What are we going to do special? Nikki Ivaki would do the same thing. Now Nikki Conway, Petruccelli, everybody in that office made me feel valid when I didn't even know what valid meant. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We don't really know how you could validate your life for having 37 years of nothing but self-inflicted bad choices, addictions you didn't understand, concepts you didn't understand, culture, generational addiction, generational things that I learned through my family. And I don't blame my family for that. We just, a lot of my family members also came out the fire in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not the grand champion of my family.
No, but generational curses are a thing.
Yeah,
you know, and even with great leadership, family leadership and direction, like your father, that's a role model of a man who went through his own addiction and was still a role model to you. And yet you still had this journey yourself through addiction, even though you had somebody to say, what are you doing?
Yeah,
man.
It's crazy. I
Mhm.
look at those pictures. It's me, my nephew, and my dad. And that's generations all the way down from 47 years ago that my dad decided to have his last drink. And, me with 11 and a half, and Gary with over 5 years.
Santiene.
Yes.
And
What's up, Gary?
those things, but when you look at a national scope and you see everybody, the one common denominator, unfortunately, is that addiction is the same. The culture is still the same. There's some nuances on different things, and we can get into the particulars of Vegas, and that will bore you. But anything with LA to everything is refined in addiction. But the problem what we have in the United States right now is nobody can agree on how to help. And that is the depressing part that I've seen.
Nobody can agree to how to help because everybody wants to say, well, you got to do it this way or you got to do it that way.
Exactly.
And I mean, what have we been saying here for years?
Yeah.
Is there's so many ways to do it.
To recover.
There's
man.
so many.
Yeah.
And maybe there's not an endless amount, but in my mind, it's an endless amount because somebody can come up to me and be like, I recovered because I stopped, heroin and I found chocolate. I'd be like, you found chocolate? Yeah, and chocolate was my new pathway.
In AA, when you go in there and you get those big puff mints,
Uh-huh.
and the concept of that is when AA first started, is how sugar soluble and sugar based and water soluble liquor is. So they used to put tea with honey and those mints out there. So when you would come into the meetings, you could have something that could curb that DT and that craving.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Kind of like coffee also. Say there's coffee, there's nicotine.
People get, they get the shakes or they get, I'm forgetting the concept of it. Restless leg. Crazy thing was I'd go to the liquor store and I'd go buy those little bottles of tonic water with equine on it, have somebody drink that for 3 days and that would take the restless leg out of them, just the equine on it. And, that just speaks to the volumes of how there's so many different recipes on how to do things.
How to clean yourself up, the things that'll
what is
repair your body, healthy ways to repair your body.
Gateway? Is alcohol the gateway? Is fentanyl? Like some people never even smoked weed, they went straight to coke.
Now you just mentioned
hard stuff. Yeah.
You just
some are just straight on alcohol.
Mhm.
Never touch anything else but alcohol. You know what I mean? But the whole thing about it is just, in the last year, seeing America again. So, that's how I started. Chris got me going. I came out behind that disc and I started doing interventions. I traveled to 36 states out there, going to different places and saving people and bring them into treatment centers, right? And then you find when you go back after COVID, same thing. What they tell you in the rooms is, the party's always going to be there when you get back. But the value and the cultural bias towards each other and the positive realm of treatment to recovery still fights on. There's people. What is the most concerning and depressing part is like Tribe, right? For me, Tribe, my God of my understanding, gave me Tribe to identify with, right? That's what I identify with. That's what I made God's work behind, because I identify by that crazy green, crazy red and gray gorilla screaming street pre and post incarceration. But I'm still doing God's work. God's the CEO of everything that I'm doing. But we forget when we get bigger and we start thinking we're God. Those acronyms actually mean something, that you're the recipe that nobody else, they just got to learn your way. You know what I mean? There's no continuity in the situation. It's like when I first started in this industry, I came from a TC program in abstinence. And if you didn't go through like a TC program, a 90-day was crap to me. And if you didn't do 12 steps, you really couldn't get sober. So if you didn't have the military-based therapeutic community beat you in the head, behavior modification, rolling over to 12 steps, how were you ever going to make it? But then I was proven wrong. 8 million ways to Sunday. Every day I was proven wrong. Like the other day when you're talking about God, and it's funny that you thought I was going to come in tearing up, and I had this thing to talk about for a second. I'm going to leave his anonymity. But I got a little bit on my high horse because I was sitting in Vegas and I got a phone call from my friend. It's her boyfriend was hurting, and it was one of my closest friends in the whole world. And he relapsed, and he's been kind of playing games around it for a year. And now his fiance that's going to get married, and it's going to be great. And I'm going to be able to be at that wedding in Memphis, and it's going to be awesome. But I sat there, and I never, ever felt so good about being wrong on the concepts that I was telling him. He had his job. He had this. You follow this roadmap. You're going to do this. You're not going to, if you don't do this, you're going to fail. You're going to die. You're going to die, big dude. You're going to die. If you don't listen to all these things, I'm the professional. I'm telling you this, and that. And he looked at me straight up, and he told me for 10 minutes passionately how he was on the floor reading the Bible, and he was going to take this path. And he was going to take this path, and he didn't care what anybody else said. He's going to take that path. And he didn't care if I disagreed, his bosses disagreed. He's going to go after that girl. He's going to go do the things that he needs to do. And he's going to take the long route, broke as a joke, in his truck and boogie out and do it. I looked at him and I said, well, good luck to it, man. And I did the little snickering that I did. And I sat in the car and I was like, crazy son of a bitch believes it. And I bet you it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then 1 week would go by and he did better. Then 2 weeks would go by and he did better. Then 3 weeks would go by and he did better. Then I seen him running church groups. Then I seen him propose to the girl. Then I seen him get a different job. Then I seen his numbers go up. And I seen all these things, and still tragic stuff was happening through it, but he stayed sober through it. And that was his pathway through God. You know what I mean? Through my opinion through God is, that's the thing about it. I was mad at God when I first came in. I knew exactly who he was, but I didn't like the motherfucker.
Hey.
Excuse me on my thing. And I'm sorry I said it like that. But I love God in my understanding right there. But I say it raw like that because I sat in a field yelling at him. Like, you killed my friends. You killed my family. Everybody's overdosed. I've done years in prison. My grandma died poor. So did my grandpa. I don't know my other grandparents. My parents struggle every day to keep the money on the thing. But everybody's praising you. Magic man, show me something. Tell me why you still got me. Is it a joke? You know what I mean? Is it a joke to you that I'm standing here after all these years? You need something to laugh at? Well, get your laugh out. And I did all the cynical and very raw, worst things I could say to God. Curse Jesus' name and everything like that until I was tired. sitting in a field on my knees, wore out. And I gave up and I said, hey, sure, so I don't even want it. I ain't even doing anything with it. I'm just going to get up. I'm going to trust you this last time. I'm just going to trust you. And you're going to take me wherever. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to fuck this up, man. I'm not going to do it the way that everybody else wants to do it. I'm not going to church the way you want me to do it. Like I was even defiant to that. I'd wait till church mass ended and be the only one sitting in that damn place. Because I didn't want to know my mom's friends. I didn't want to know my dad's friends. You know, they're go to my dad's house and mom's house, Lady Auxiliary Knights of Columbus, man, there's a holy water bowl right at the doorbell. You know what I mean? It's like, you feel your sin as soon as you come in. You know what I mean? And the whole situation of how that connection to recovery through a higher power is just crazy. And it's the same thing that on the original question that you asked me about how my last year's been. The evolution of tribe is underway. We had some people that were tired, that had concepts that didn't match up, like how I was talking about in this whole conversation, just like how the world and everything is. We had to reestablish ourselves with culture, family togetherness, bring in new people we didn't trust, that we didn't know from different states. And the beauty about it is not one participant like you see online today felt a ripple of it, because it was people getting through their differences, people getting through their problems, lack of money, having money, no money, the situation, and delivering good recovery and a good message to an atheist all the way to a Christian, to a Muslim man
That's right.
all the way to the next guy, to Jewish, to Hindu, to whatever.
That's right.
You
To
know what I mean? You
everybody.
can walk in
Everybody.
with an elephant with freaking earrings on and then have Common Raw on your shirt.
Everybody.
You know what I mean?
Bring them.
With that whole situation. And me, you know, I'm just very thankful for the last year that I was able to experience a new challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going through those challenges, but I'll tell you what, 2024 gave me, tribe, and the things that I'm doing today that I'll launch later. A lot of people might disagree with, and that's okay. And they always disagree with me anyway. I didn't ask them to be up in this motherfucker, and I still ain't gonna ask them the next time.
Can you watch your language?
But I'm still not on the damn air here. This is not affiliated.
I'm never gonna get us on the radio if you keep
but
cursing.
This is the only time
if you're gonna curse every 5 minutes,
sorry,
we're never getting back on the radio.
I always think of that the priest on Saturday Night Live that has the hat and the mustache. What was his name?
I don't know.
What was that priest's name? Was there?
I don't know.
But anyway, with that being said, you know, I didn't ask anybody to start this. I didn't ask Obama. I didn't ask Trump. I didn't ask Biden. I didn't ask any of them. I did what I was told by something that, like my sponsor is an atheist that thinks that I'm talking to myself. I ain't talking to anybody. There's nobody there. I did what I was told to do. Literally, whether you call me schizophrenic, crazy, whatever. I did what I was told, and I wake up every morning. I do the best of my ability of what I was told under the name of recovery.
The God of your understanding, as you always say, has a plan in your life that you are working.
That's right.
All right. Like for all the wild things that come out of your mouth, man, you are so being used.
I know, man.
To help people across the country. And you are a role model. I mean, look in the mirror every day. You see all them tattoos. You see this guy who I know, looks like somebody who will mess you up. And yet this man wants to fix you up.
Heal.
He wants to heal you up. He wants to bless you. He wants to. This is a hugging thugging.
Hugging thugging.
Yeah, but to matter that, what you see in LA, what you see in Vegas, you see across the world, you see all that stuff. You really know actually the true essence of a female struggle when you go to Las Vegas. A lot of those women, the jobs that they have. Good people out there. But the only opportunities are adult entertainment, strip clubs, wearing half or nothing in casinos, doing whatever to even all the way to the oldest profession.
That's why
in the
it's
world.
called a city of sin, right?
You know what I mean? And it still happens in LA. And now, and it's crazy when you see it. It's like, you know, when you buy that Buick, that blue Buick that you think is so unique that you saw at the store, and then you drive that thing out,
Sounds
and
terrible.
then you see like 10 blue Buicks
Sounds
all
awful.
over the place.
Who wants a blue Buick?
I think you had something like a blue Buick when I first met you.
No. It's always been a gross gray Toyota Corolla.
It's pretty much, yeah.
And my car
Well,
is
you know,
old.
that
No
gross
Buick
gray-
for you.
My car
Yeah.
is older than a lot of my friends' kids now.
That's
It's
crazy.
yeah. I have a
You got
22-year-old car. People, all right, still driving,
Yeah,
still driving.
That's it.
Toyota.
Toyota.
Forever.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So,
So-
to that point, and let me finish this on that point is you start seeing actually what I challenge people to do is open up your eyes in 2025 and seeing what everybody's real struggles are. Because you aren't seeing that, and it might not be addiction. I mean, you can be addicted to anything. That's what you'll find out in Vegas. You don't have to
And
be
they can
addicted
all, and everything could eat you up too.
exactly. So
It
you
doesn't have to
watch
be drugs and alcohol
sex,
to eat
rock
you
and
up.
roll, everything under the sun.
Gambling,
Gambling.
especially in Vegas.
You know, all the
Leave you shoeless.
yeah.
Walking to Denver.
Yeah, but that's one thing is
Bring
how
it
it is
back.
now is they're gonna find out a way to put shoes on. They're gonna find a way to put shoes on out. That's usually a tourist that lost his shoes and he doesn't know where he's going. But if you're from,
So the
Denver,
person
you're
who's-
from Las Vegas and you're a hustler, oh, you're gonna have shoes on. And you're gonna find a way to have those shoes on. But you know, with that being said, I mean, I don't know. It sounded a little dreary. You thought I was gonna say Tribe has been awesome and everything like that. It has. It
I
has.
know it has. I know a
It
lot.
has,
I
but
know
you
the
know
great
what? I
things
just
that
wanted to
Tribe
give
is doing.
appreciation to what was been happening. I'll let you guys take the floor on that. But you know what? I'm ready for 2025. I'm gonna do some crazy stuff in 2025. Everybody thought it was crazy just moving the treatment center to Las Vegas and gearing up out there, man. I'm about to blow your head back, and some of y'all gonna like me, some of y'all gonna hate me, but it's about to happen anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, we're going to save that one until it opens, and
Yes,
then we'll
sir.
talk about that when it opens and your overall goal. So we're just going to leave that as everybody
Absolutely.
going, what are they talking about? You're just going to have to wonder, what are they talking about until
I
it's
like that.
official. Until it's official. And, you know, I don't want to talk about something that's not happening yet. Nani.
Yes.
So Mile High, worldwide, because, you know, I like to think that we're reaching people outside of Colorado too, eventually. Nani started on this program as a guest. She came in almost 2 years ago now as a guest, and she also works for Tribe. She is Tomas's right-hand woman at Tribe, among many right-hand women.
I'm
No,
kinda sounding like a
'cause
hockey
there's a team. There's a team.
Yeah.
It's a huge team. Not that one person is above another. But she came in as a guest here and shared her struggles with addiction and her recovery, and fell in love with Nani as a person immediately. But then we were looking for somebody to help us with the program in terms of scheduling and guest relations and so on. And Nani went from guest relations basically to where you see her whenever we do this program on camera as always was a member of the Sharing Our Stories family, but in front of the camera for you guys to relate to beyond her story. And I think it's so important to have a woman here every time we do it for a woman's perspective, and to talk about women in recovery and to celebrate women in recovery, and to have somebody you can say, you know what, if you're a woman out there and you need to know what resources there are for you as a mom, or what resources are there because you were incarcerated and you don't know where to start. I could sit here and go, oh yeah, go to this women's group, go to that women's group. Or we can have a woman who says, hey, let me tell you the people I work with, people I know, and here's the places that I know are going to help you. So Nani is such a very, very important part of this and a part of the family. And I want to tell her in front of all of you how much I appreciate her
Thank you, Slim.
and how much she means to me. And I want to celebrate that Nani's got a relationship with a gentleman who is bringing her joy and love. And this woman deserves that joy and love. So you can hit a heart for that. You can go like, bam, I'm with that, because that's what it's about. Love and joy. And that's this we're at that time of year. That time of year where
children and you get car payments.
I don't think Nani's thinking
Insurance.
about children,
I'm
car
not-
payments, or any of that stuff
I'm
right
doing
now.
all that,
She's
yeah.
like, we're just holding hands
And I'm
and,
not
and
doing
loving.
that.
We're
I'm
loving
not doing
Christmas. She said, we're loving Christmas and joy.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's continue with the Christmas and joy and stay away from children and car payments. But Nani, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Slim.
you for the work that you do here. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for the love that you share. Thank you for bringing all these snacks that we probably aren't going to eat because we're too
She
busy
did that
running our
on
mouth.
purpose for her. She's gonna take this home and slam one of my buddies. So I know
Um,
that's why she got it. I'm gonna close it up.
I
good.
love fruit.
Yeah, this is
And
not even for us. It's when I opened it, she went. You should have seen her one time when we were sitting there gambling, right? And we got to Vegas,
Oh yeah.
dude, and she was
This-
dressed up like a Chinese tourist.
Yes.
So she had her gambling shirt on with her big old fanny pack,
Uh-huh.
and she was rolling, man. And I was like, you know what? I saved up some money, so I gave Julia $100. I gave some of the employees $100. I put the $100 by her, and she goes, "What are you doing?" Like I messed up her whole juju, man.
I had my own little space going. Yeah, I was doing
Yeah,
really
man.
good.
Yeah, and like she started losing, put that $100 back in, she started winning.
Uh,
But man, if she'd have lost her butt, oh, I've been.
Remember when that guy sitting next to me was like, "Do
Oh.
snakes," and he
Yeah.
and I lost all my
all right,
money.
all right.
the what's his name? He was the like the Asian version of
Yeah.
Fear and Loathing guy.
Yeah. Yep. He touched
the
my
same-
machine.
He had the same thing with the long cigarette butt holder with the thing on it.
You
Right.
cannot stop the cursing, can you?
No.
All right,
No, I-
2025, your New Year's resolution, 20% less cursing. I didn't even make it like 100,
20%?
all right?
What does that mean?
20% less. That's 1 out of 5 times that you want to curse,
That's
you
crazy.
stop. 1 out of 5, you're like, oh, all right. So that means in a day, that's probably like 50 times you don't curse. That gives you another 250 curses, 200 curses. Or I don't know. It gives you a lot.
All right, we'll send
Lots-
that document. to
You
my
you
accountant
can
and
just
send it.
you can let them
Gonna say,
roll.
this is
Let
a
them
number
go.
crunching.
Hey Bob,
Yeah.
are you listening to this?
But you know what?
Find out
Let's
what
be
Bob-
honest. Let's be
Bob,
honest.
let him know. And Don,
Let's be honest. When
20%.
somebody comes in
Trim the fat.
recovery, in
Fuck.
addiction and so on, they want Tomas and his filthy mouth. They want all of that. They want the effing addiction sucks, and you're blah blah blah. The spit is blah 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 blah. Chauvinist,
like that, and then you get
dude,
surrounded by the blood of Christ.
bro, stop.
Oh.
Don't be rude. And secondly, the goal is to get us back on the radio. How do we get back on the radio? Without cursing.
Mm.
Without cursing. If we could make it 60 minutes without a curse word, we'd get approved and back on the radio. When's the last time that happened? I think it was July. I think, right, Nani?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. But we're trying. We keep bringing it up.
Yeah.
We're working on it. And if we can just get through 60 minutes without a curse word, 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, that's
think
what
we
it
can
is.
do it.
3 weeks in a
I
row.
think we can do it.
We got to be able to show that we can do it.
It can
You
happen.
know.
You get a bleeper.
Yeah.
You know what? And it's not
Bleep, bleep, bleep,
and
bleep.
then when the guest comes in and curses, that's fine. It's Tomas I can't handle.
You know
No-
what's funny?
Oh
My-
gosh.
my business partner. Actually,
You mean wait? You're supposed to go. You know what's effing funny? I mean,
no, man? It'll be my 20%.
oh, okay.
So I already told Bob and Don they're gonna work it out in your proposal. Here.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna my buddy bought Parlor. You know that right wing crazy ass Republican thing. He's a mainstream. I get on there.
Dude, you can do that on Twitter. Go to X right now.
I
You
know.
can do your own Facebook page. I've seen your own Facebook page.
Yeah, I
On
don't even go on. Yeah, X. I can be on X.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
how to generate people on there. It's like I'm
All
talking to like 8 million robots and like a porn star from
Nani?
freaking Nigeria that's been my friend on there for like 20 years because I was
Nani?
spammed. I have
Nani,
no
we're
idea
gonna
what I'm doing.
stop him now. Nani, anything you want to share this holiday with everybody?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Slim, thank you so much for all the really nice things that you said. I love being here on Wednesday. I was telling Tomas the other day that this being able to be a part of this with you guys, and one of the coolest things that I do is I get to talk to the guests of the show ahead of time, and like I've heard like the most amazing stories and gotten to meet some of the coolest people. So I'm so grateful that I get to be here and have that be a part of my recovery in my journey. So thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
We're-
thank you
You
both.
were so FCC beautiful, FAA. Great. My
Bleep, 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 bleep.
so
But I've been talking a lot about going to Kuwait, and I've been so excited to go. And I am down to like the last 24 hours before going to be able to have my Kuwaiti documents, and I still don't have them.
no.
So I don't know, for people listening or watching or just whatever energy you can send out to help me get those documents, I would be so grateful.
that'd be
You
great.
need that by tomorrow.
Yes. Yep.
Can you move your trip to go? Like, if they come in a couple of weeks, will you still be able to go later?
No, well, the whole reason I was going
Uh-huh.
is my little brother's wedding, which is
Oh,
on
man.
December 23rd.
They don't want you to show up for their when they go, fornicate their marriage.
I don't know.
No.
I don't think they would like me to be
What
a
is it
guest.
called? What are they? I've never been married. What do they call when you?
Oh,
you
consummate.
consummate.
consummate
I
the
said
marriage.
fornicate your marriage, huh?
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
go on the radio station with the confirmation.
Yeah.
And we're not getting there.
Way better.
At this point, I gave
up.
I gave up after all your cursing. So just let it go.
He's talking about
All right, real quick.
Fornication.
Bill Silver. Bill,
a little bit of
I want to give a shout out to Bill. Thank you, Bill, for hitting us up. Jacqueline McNeil, Julia, what's up, Julia?
Friend.
Yes, we love you, Julia. Tommy True, and Tommy True had a question, and Tomas, maybe you can answer this. He said, "I have a hard time understanding how there is plenty of cures for illegal substances, but doctors really don't have much of a cure for alcoholism. Has anyone else found a way around this?"
There's really not a doctor's cure, Tommy, from what I found. And I'm, expertise of me just being in a decade, 11 years clean and sober. It doesn't I'm not trying to take the torch of the opinion of the masses, but I do know one thing is addiction is a combination of mental health, recovery concepts, positivity, spirituality, and purpose. And you really got to figure out through that how to get through that. And unfortunately, like a lot of things with alcohol, we find like some of our older family members that have, they just, they got a lot of pain. They got a lot of different things that's happened on the insides that tore them up. And you got to find different ways to medicate that pain management. And some people just get the case of efforts and keep on going. See, I stayed in that 20% for you. But anyway, with that whole situation, you just kind of gotta, it's for that person. I mean, there's nothing that you could take. There's no Band-Aid on a bullet hole, man. You just got to sew up that bullet hole, soldier up and get through it. As an abstinence person, it's easier for me to say, and I'll make this statement, to be abstinent because I don't have any physical disabilities. I don't have back problems. At one time I had hypertension and a couple of things because I was overweight because I was a meth head and I found food and then I was like, you know what I mean? Pre-diabetic eating pizzas like it was cookies. You know what I mean? That's, that was a health change. And, that did scare me on that end, but you have to look at the things that happen, that's why some doctors will have a person with stage 4 cancer and they'll just be like, the families are like, tell them to stop drinking. And they're like, why?
Yeah.
They don't have that much time left. Like, what is recovery really going to do for that person at that time? You know what I mean? And, speaking to the Lord and whatever, like my sponsor, he doesn't believe in everything that this radio station believes. He doesn't believe in the things in here. Why? And you'd say, why is a person that believes in God following a man that doesn't believe in the concept of God or any deity? Because one thing that Jeremy does for me is always reminds me of my purpose. Staying in the middle of the boat and finding my purpose.
Yeah.
And staying on course. Are you helping people? Like one of the businesses I almost
I know real quick. I know wonderful, awesome people in my life don't believe in God at all.
Yeah.
Still fully support me, encourage me, bring me joy.
Absolutely.
That's not the make or break for what a good person is.
Absolutely. But it's really hardcore believing in what you're doing. Remember, everybody. What I've learned is you got recovery in one arm and you got mental health in the other. And if you're going to walk down the street, you got to understand both of those concepts. You don't become an alcoholic in a day. You're not going to recover in a day. But all those days that went through that, your mental health, you are going to get trauma. You are going to get different types of things that happen. Yeah, people say, oh yeah, alcoholism and everything is a choice. Addiction is a choice. Yeah, but then you get all these beautiful things that happen with mental health, with trauma, and all the diagnoses that are out there, and those things are real. Sometimes you can get overdiagnosed and you can play the field, whatever, but you got to understand that with recovery concepts, now you got no choice but to recover it in your own way. And just like I was talking about with my friend when he picked God, I mean, we had the whole roadmap out for him. He had his job. He had making $15,000 minimum a month. He had everything. He had support systems. People were coming out. His boss paid for treatment, all that kind of stuff. And he sacrificed everything to do it his way under God. And it worked. You know, when I got kicked out of Stout Street, my mom didn't even want me in the house. I slept on the, you know, everybody's got the good room. I didn't even take a room. I slept on that couch for 3 months until I got into my first sober living, because I want to let myself get complacent, because nobody was going to prove me wrong. It's about grit. It's about making that choice. It's about believing something. It's like what my sponsor's saying. It's about purpose. And it's about not really taking a lot of, like, doesn't matter how smart you are. Drugs don't care. You could have,
sure don't.
You could have 3 doctorates and still be sitting in the same rehab with me. You guys see those memes? Like, the only way we became best friends because we were roommates in rehab. And you got this guy that's like square as hell from like freaking Rhode Island sitting by a guy from East LA, and they're best buds because they got clean and sober.
It's kind of awesome.
You know, it is. It is.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? But it's really, you know, when you put too much to it, you know, when you're in the rooms, they have a saying that comes from armed forces saying is keep it simple, stupid. And they're going to open up a book and it's going to be the first page. It's going to be blank. And they're going to tell you that's how much you know about recovery. So put some cotton, take the cotton out of your ears, put it in your mouth, and start paying attention. It's really about learning concepts of what's happening. You know what I mean? And then throw your flavor on it, man. Throw your culture on it. Man, I'm proud to be an Hispanic man that has tattoos on my head. I don't care. I don't care about losing my culture. Everything that I have, I put a tortilla on it, from freaking bacon and eggs all the way to freaking candy canes. I don't care. So I have a tortilla around it. I'll make anything into a taco. You know what I mean? It's about how I believe in my God. Some of the things that I believe in my God, I'm afraid about some of the concepts that I learned in the past. Some things that people are sure about, I'm not too sure about, because I look at it a different way. You know what I mean? And I have a different belief system, but I do know that I have a connection. You know, I could say some real crazy concepts that I say, but I'm going to leave Slim from having a heart attack.
Jacqueline said,
falling on the ground.
Jacqueline said,
yeah,
cussing is only bad when you want it to be bad. Let them keep it real. Jacqueline, totally agree. Jacqueline, totally agree. I do. But Jacqueline, I'm trying to get us back on the radio.
Yeah.
I want us to be on the radio, to be heard throughout Denver, to the thousands and thousands of people that could get this message. So I need Tomas to learn to go, instead of saying effing, frickin'. You know, he needs to learn them church edits.
Yeah, you know, I'm learning it actually at the casinos. Jacqueline, like, check this out. It's crazy because when you get on the 21 and the poker casino tables, you can't cuss like that. So I'm learning all the corny words.
Wait. They let you. They tell you not to
watch
curse.
like 19, 20 movies when they're saying, "Oh, fudge," and stuff like that.
You're
so you know what I mean?
On crutches.
So like when you're sitting there and you're just like, "I know I shouldn't have."
Dude,
did that.
Dude, you would be practice this, because everybody will think dude with tattoos is so cool. Say G Willikers.
Not doing it. But anyway, I just have to think that I'm on a 21 table and I'm like, I knew I should have doubled down. Damn it. To not Christ. You know what I mean? But it's going to work.
G Willikers. Say practice.
G Willikers.
See?
It's so good.
Say, oh, geez.
Shucks.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'll just
holy smokes.
You know what? You just have to do this. The whole thing is I just do it under my breath.
Yeah.
Like, you got 3 hands there and like you put insurance on that one.
By the way, your wife
Bam.
says, I've been trying. So I've been
That's never going to happen.
my girl.
Never going to happen.
My girl.
Never going to happen.
Practice with me now. All
She
right.
cusses more than me.
Bull.
I trained her to cuss. I piss her off so much.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yes, you
I
got
like
it,
it.
right? Bullshit.
Hard P.
Hard.
Andre Rodriguez. Man, and you guys got to understand, I know this man from a different realm. Like, I knew when Tony V was just a cholo before he was public.
Your mom. Hold on.
Slim
Your mom
when he had a
said.
t-shirt on
Your mom
with
said.
the biggest
hey,
weed
hey,
symbol on earth.
hey, bro, hold on.
Standing on his Corolla,
Hold on.
saying, JS 1075 rocks.
Hold on. Your mom said his swear words are his words. Love you, son. Okay.
Boom.
Mom's
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I just want to get us on the
Mr.
radio.
Vegas.
Now, right, going back to what he says, listen, people, I'm not saying I don't curse. Matter of fact, when I got this job, one of the first things I said to my boss, I said, but I curse a lot.
Mm.
And he said, well, can you not do it at work? And I said, well, I'm on the radio for the last 20 plus years. We'll just leave it at 20 plus. And in my 20 plus years on the radio, I've cursed on the radio a total of 3 times.
No way.
One was like my first week on the radio
Mhm.
where I was like, LL Cool J thinks he's such a sexy mother. And I was
Oh, you did a
live on
hard
the,
one.
Oh, I did the hard one.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, that was
I was
hard.
like, ladies love LL Cool J. He
Hey,
thinks
you know what the
they think
best
he's
slip
such
up
a
was?
sexy mother.
I
And
was going to send it to you the other
so I've been
Yeah.
there. All right. So I still curse. All
The
right.
best
I'm a
slip
normal
up.
person. I love horror movies. I love all the grimy stuff. I watched Terrifier 3 and was like, yeah, chop her up. All right.
But see,
I do these things. All I'm saying, folks,
But
is
he's
we're
crazy
on a
because I
radio
know that I
station.
don't want to be fined. It's like football players. Because
it ain't even
then
fine. It
the
ain't even fine.
FCC
I
will
want
come down on us.
I
if
want
cuss
I
too
want to
much.
be
I
able
was good
I
before.
want to be able to do a show
That's
about
true.
I don't want a
recovery on the
$10,000
radio.
check.
I want a 12-year-old to be able to listen with their mom and go, man, I understand what they're talking about,
and, then they
and not
say,
have
I
mom
want
go,
a tattoo too, mom. I want a tattoo on my face too, mom.
I do want you. If they want a
So I could
tattoo
put a
on their
wig on
face,
too, like it look
you
like
know,
Philo Beto.
if they look like you, it's good with me. This
You know
is
what,
never
the
going to
best- the
happen.
best-
We're never going to get
We're
to the
gonna get
radio
on the
now.
air.
Will-
I'm
yes,
We're
speaking
done.
to the executives
Yes.
of this beautiful spot.
Yeah.
I know
Everybody-
the FCC will fine you.
Everybody,
I will bleep myself. Don't
do me
listen to the
do me
Padre.
a favor, Mile High.
Don't listen to the Padre.
Pray for him.
My mom does every day. She's
Please.
a Catholic.
Please,
Catholic.
mom. Please, mom. Pray for him.
Yeah, she's a Catholic. It happens. But you know what the
Jacqueline,
best word
Jacqueline,
was?
I blame you. You caused all of this.
I love it. Jacqueline's a fan. I love
Selena,
it. Send her
oh,
some stuff.
Selena Compost said, "Start putting soap in his mouth."
That was Selena.
Selena,
Selena
I will
had
see
a-
you on Christmas, niece.
we
You
like
will
that
get that in your
suggestion,
stocking.
Selena.
All right,
Little
now
Chola.
as we
But
get ready,
anyway.
to wrap up here, I want
But hey,
to
I wanted to tell
big
you one
sh-
thing though.
big shout. Hold on, big shout out to Ricky Fernandez.
Yes,
Say
Ricky.
happy holidays. Love you all, Ricky. We love you too, my dude. Shout out to your son. Give him a big old hug for me. Tell him Slim said, "What's up?" and Merry Christmas.
Mhm.
And go Roman Reigns because he's a wrestling fan. So we wrestlers. You know, we
Hey, there was a
fans.
good wrestling thing the other day.
You stop. I'm
On
not
the
done.
bleep.
Stop. You're on punishment. Keith Hayes. Keith Hayes, 5280 from
Keith.
I'm about to
5280
use
High
that
School.
word. You're gonna mess up Keith.
Thank you, Keith, for your love and for what you do at 5280 High School. Dude, quiet. Because this next one, he gonna start talking smack too. Jeff
He's gonna text
Riley.
me in a minute.
Jeff Riley, what's up? Much love to you. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Jeff.
Yeah.
What's up, Jeff?
All right. All
What
right.
you doing over there?
Thank you,
And I love
Tommy.
you, Keith, Mr.
Thank you,
Green
Tommy.
Eyes.
Carmela,
Yes.
what's happening?
You
Carmela,
wanna talk about the Broncos?
congratulations.
Shoot me a text.
In May, Carmela will have a year sober. So shout out to Carmela, my girl
All right.
Carmela here.
Awesome.
In May, she'll be reaching a year. May 5th
Yeah.
is her day. So, and I'm sure I got some more people.
Cinco de
Bradley,
Mayo.
Hosea, what's
Cinco
up?
de Mayo.
Hosea got a
That's a
great
great day to get
song on the
sober.
radio. Yo mama Sharon, Julia, Jacqueline, Bill, Dustin.
Jacqueline deserves
Dustin,
a
by the way,
Academy Award.
Dustin said there's no cures for any substance, and he's not wrong. So, there's just getting clean. But there's
Getting
not a
clean.
cure. There's not a cure.
And-
But
Yeah.
there's work. There's work. Dustin, come on, man.
Yeah. Hi, Dusty.
And then Tommy
My
said, "Merry
twinsy.
Christmas and Happy New
There's a
Year"
cure for your bad breath.
from DJ Tommy B. What's up, Tommy? So want to okay, now you can get back to your
So what was great is I was going to send it to you. The best bleep ever. It's wrestling. It's Harlem Heat when they're about to do that wrestling thing.
Well, Vince McMahon drops the
when he
N
was
word.
about to drop the N
Oh,
word.
he does drop it though. He drops it. He drops it.
And then he went, ooh, and it was just like,
oh no.
like,
Vince McMahon never went ooh. He dropped the N word and walked off like I'm Vince McMahon.
Dang.
No. Booker T caught himself.
Booker T. Oh, that was the other one. Because they both done it. Yeah, Booker T just dropped it while he was spitting.
Yeah, but he was,
and then he was like,
after you, then
he was like,
him, then he goes, oh man.
Booker T was like me trying not to curse on the radio.
That was the reference.
Yes. Okay, I get
We
it.
weren't talking about Vince McMahon. He's got so much money. He called me a beaner too. The same sentence. And then just do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, great Merry Kwanzaa holiday.
Yep.
Merry Christmas. All right, it is time now. I was planning this. We're going to end with a sing along.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be cuss words.
Led by Tomas.
Oh, you're the leader.
Did you just drop a curse word?
Fucking bunch of them.
Rudolph the effing
Fuck
reindeer
Rudolph.
had a very shiny nose.
Yeah, I don't know the Christmas songs.
And if you ever saw him,
like what we've been doing at Devon's,
Tomas would have said it glows.
Christmas songs for people just messing up their stuff, just powerhouse them.
Mm-hmm.
So they put on like some Fleetwood Mac song. So we'll just pay the extra $3 to throw something dumb on there.
Your mom said, I want to wrap this up here with your mom said, Slim, my life has been blessed by God for all my children because what was before, we will not go there. But she, your mama, shout out to moms.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of meeting her in Las Vegas and hugs to moms. It was really a pleasure to meet her and your father. Great man. Great man.
Yeah. Really
Appreciate
great
that,
people.
So
let's put those prayers. Actually, let's end with a prayer to get her to Kuwait.
Yeah, please.
Please, let's get her over there. I mean, I remember trying to get out to get to a function that was happening. I was trying to get out the feds. It's on bail to get to those things. So, I know how you're feeling right now just to make sure something processes to get out so you okay and you at that thing. You know what I mean? And that's a big, huge thing. Everybody put out that good energy. If you don't believe in God, if you believe in God, put extra prayers. Mom, all those candles that you lit for me, I still went to jail, but light them again.
But you're still here.
Yeah, I am.
Let's think about that part.
Of course.
That's what your mom said.
That's why we need her in Kuwait. That's why we need her in Kuwait.
It didn't keep you out of jail.
I have
but it
great jokes about that, but
here.
she's so going for a good thing.
You got Kuwait jokes? No Kuwait jokes. No Kuwait jokes.
I love them. I always do the Lash Lemon Limbs.
You guys, I want to thank you again for coming together to do this program with us.
Absolutely.
I want to thank everybody who has been a guest on this program since we started it way back in, I think it was 2017. It's been so long, Matt. Sometimes it just blurs together. But
beautiful.
Since I started this program way back in the day with Sean Jenkins, long ago, shout out to Sean.
Yeah.
It's been a long journey to this day, but we've spoken with hundreds of people. Hundreds of people have come in here to share. A lot of you are in the room right now. I just want to thank you for every single person who has been open and honest and so transparent when they come in here and just put their heart out there and talked about what they struggled with and have really said some things that I know are tough things to share. But with every person that's come in and spoken, I know that every week we get the responses here to know that it touches at least one person. And so sometimes we might be in here and you're like, oh man, views 8 people right now, 10 people in the room. When the week has gone by and more people have come and seen the program after it's been live and so on, we get the messages that go, man, listening to Benny was here a couple of weeks ago. Listening to Benny really moved me. Listening to Ricky was something to get me going when I think about being away from my kid, because Ricky had to be away from his son or had to be homeless with his son living in a car. These are stories that you guys share, and these stories they help other people, whether that help is just knowing that they're not alone in the struggles they've been with. Maybe it's saying, you know what, now I know what my son or daughter is going through, or my cousin or my best friend or just a loved one. It's through your honesty. So if you haven't been on this program and you want to come and share, we want you to do that. Every single person matters. If you're like, man, you guys have already talked to somebody who went to Step Denver. You don't need to talk to me. I just went to Step Denver too. Yeah, we do. We need to talk to you. We need to talk to everybody that wants to share. So if you have that in you and you're saying, I got to share, I got to tell people what I've been through so that maybe somebody else doesn't have to go through it too, or know that they're not alone, come on and join us. All right. Send us a message on Facebook. You're going to hear from Nani. Nani can't wait to message you. Actually, no, she wants to go to Kuwait. And when she gets back, she can't
Then
wait
I
to
will.
message you.
You'll still be able to email you.
All right. And
That's
no,
true.
Nani, don't you dare look at an email while you're in Kuwait.
I mean, there's
Not a
lot to
one.
do in Kuwait.
Not a one.
I looked up where all the 12-step fellowship meetings are.
Are you going to go to a
I wanna
fellowship
go to the
meeting?
fellowship
I'm
meeting.
jealous on that.
Please.
Yes.
Did you know they used to kill people that went to 12 steps?
Yes.
Like,
Come on.
if you're an addict, you die.
Oh, it's a
Like,
it's
you're
a
a gangster to go
you
to a
can't take a
12-step meeting.
picture.
I'm
Chance,
going.
If you could just take a solo
You know what I mean?
picture of
I love
yourself
that.
outside the place to
Just
respect
the
everybody's
symbol.
to
Yeah,
respect
yeah.
everybody's
I'm
anonymity.
fucking right here, Tomas.
I'm effing,
Fucking right
I'm
here.
freaking right here, Tomas. I'm
Yeah.
freaking I'm freaking right here.
Yes.
Okay.
That is gangster.
Gee Willikers. Gee
excited.
whiz, everybody. Want to thank
Gee
you.
whiz.
Gee whiz.
Just like the 21 table.
Gee whiz, everybody, and
Gee
thank
whiz,
you
I
for
just
being here
lost
with us.
again.
Tommy B says, sign me up. He wants to come and speak with us. Tommy, it's a done thing.
Let's
Send
do
us
it.
a message here on the Facebook with your
Yes,
phone
sir.
number, Tommy, and Nani's going to get back to you. All right. So just go right to our Sharing Our Stories Facebook and send us a
Hey,
message.
and also if Green Eyes you on there, Keith, I want you to come up on here and advocate for your board, bro.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
I want you to come up here and ask
Keith.
them if you can come speak on that, man.
Man.
You guys that caring for Denver are amazing.
Yeah. I would love for you to
Amazing
come
people.
talk. You know, that
You guys
always.
are a great board. I
Keith,
love you to death. bro. Come
Keith, for
back,
you,
come
you
out
can.
here and get on here and talk about what you need to talk about.
Keith,
Mm.
anytime you can just hit us up when you need to speak. You can be like, hey, you guys, I got to talk about something.
Mhm.
And you can hit us up. You got to open door for yourself here for 5280 High School. We're going to wrap this up. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We won't be back until January. The next couple of weeks, we're going to be out to celebrate Christmas and New Year's with our family. And I hope you do the same. I really hope that if you're alone, if you're somebody who's single and lives alone, reach out to a friend, a family member, say, hey, what you doing? I don't want to be alone this Christmas. And if you know somebody that's alone, because a lot of people aren't going to do that. But if you know somebody, you're like, oh yeah, my friend Jacob, he's alone at Christmas time. Hit him up and say, hey, we gotta invite you over and come on by and spend this holiday with us.
The biggest thing is, like most of us do, go to a 12-step meeting.
Yeah.
They have every place. If you don't feel safe and you don't feel like you can stay sober, get to a 12-step clubhouse.
Mhm.
They'll have food, coffee, fellowship,
Christmas.
warm place to
Come
be,
on.
Christmas cards, whatever. I sat there and watched football games with a guy I didn't know and became one of my best friends in the whole world. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't sit in the house with drinking long enough before I'd take another sip. And that was my first year in recovery. So go to a 12-step meeting. They're open.
Yeah, there's
That
no
is the
matter
thing
what
about
is
it.
open.
Yeah. They're
all
all
day.
open. It's
Yeah.
not, this is not like a
There's no
closed
days
type of-
off. There's no days off in recovery.
Absolutely not. There's going to be somebody that actually wants to be there on those holidays.
That's for real. Somebody who has a hug for you. You need
Yeah.
that Christmas hug. Go get it. This is Sharing Our Stories. We'll see you guys in 2025. That's crazy.
Fucking A.
Woo.
Oh my goodness. We just had to get it out. Get it out right now.
Do it all. Say it all.
What's your favorite curse
Blackjack.
word? What's your favorite curse word?
What are you fucking?
That one. All right.
Just like everything else.
We love you guys, man. We appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of this Sharing Our Stories family. Join us on Facebook and keep up that love and support. Support your friends in recovery and your family
Mari,
in
this is
recovery.
yours.
God
There it is.
bless. God bless. And be like Tomas and drop an F word when you need to.
Yeah, fuck it.
Love you guys.
Oh.
See y'all.